And good morning. Woohoo! Well, thanks for showing up, guys and girls. At Firefly Hole, and there just ain't no ice. It ain't gonna be happening in the near future. Although they claim snow next week, and tomorrow it's gonna be 60s. So it's so embarrassing. I haven't even caught a fish yet, and it's the second week in February. So Firefly Hole, and I got bait, and I'm gonna try a little bait fishing here, and as you can see, there's kind of skim ice out in that area. I actually planned on another spot to go fishing, not here, and it was skim ice, so totally useless. You just can't do nothing. See that there in this area? That's skim ice. If I cast, it's the lure's just going to bounce, but it won't support my weight. So this is the problem. So let's see if I can eke out some fish. I am not kidding. When I just walked in, I just slipped in some mud. Seriously. Didn't see it coming down this little draw here, and just slid and fell, and the back of my pants is all muddy. When that happens, or something like that, that means something good's going to happen. I promise. Watch. I don't know why, but that's how it works. Stay tuned. Let's see what happens. Will I fall in or not? So basically, when God gives you lemonade, you're trying to get the lemons back. No, that ain't right. When God gives you lemons, you try to make milkshakes. No, but then you learn you can't get milkshakes from lemons, so you just go with the lemonade. So that's what I'm trying to do. Today's setup is the old pen and ugly stick, ultralight. I got, that's about a 2 or 4 pound test on here. It's really light. And these bobbers, I introduced them a lot of shows ago, but they're weighted and they can cast forever. Walmart sells them, and they're great. You'll never use anything else once you go to these. Those other bobbers, they get caught in the wind and they don't fly far. And for the hook, I got the about a size 8 and bait keeper, and there's another great invention. You put the worm on there or whatever bait, and it holds it on there because of those little barbs in the back. Very cool hook. And that's what we're going to use today. And trout worms. So Firefly Hole, and let's test it and see what happens. All right, all baited up. Let's see how I can screw this up. Woohoo, we're fishing. Nice and peaceful back here. I hear a woodpecker in the background, and this, for some reason in this direction there's a hawk. I think it's probably a broadwing or red tail, but I don't think it's red tail. They're not up here. They're down south, but it's making a ruckus. It keeps screaming for some reason. Pretty cool sounding though. A lot more naked looking than in the summer, of course. You know, in the summer it's called Firefly Hole because at night there's billions of fireflies in here. It's magical. But in the winter, it's got that winter look. Not that it doesn't have its own stark beauty, but it's just winter. But today's conditions are, it's around 43 degrees, and we are on the full moon. I mean, new moon, absolute new moon today. So that kind of inspired me too, being a moon guy. And we'll see where this takes us. Wind is north, and it's probably 12 miles an hour right into my face. North is that way, so it's kind of this way. I'd rather not fish here. I generally try to fish the lee side, like I always say, which would be over there, but I don't know how to get in there yet anyway. This is pretty remote. It's a remote area. So it's kind of all bushy. You got to bushwhack through there if you ever wanted to get in, and there's no known trails that I know, so it's pretty wild in here. But this area here, everyone can access, and where I'm at, everyone can kind of somewhat access. But That's the lowdown of what the conditions are today. I don't know. It's just I don't know how to express it. It's just so unsummery. It's just, but I'm just itching to get out here, and I'm just trying to literally, pun intended, break the ice. I want to catch the first fish of 24. That's why I'm out here. Whether these fish have lockjaw or not, we're gonna find out. The bobber is right here. You can hear every critter because it's so quiet. You can hear like squirrel and just movements. So there's the hawk that's making all the ruckus. He's hanging around and he's spiring right now. He's just circling and circling. And man, I'll tell you, I hear a lot of wildlife. I hear ducks out there and geese. And it's in that direction. There's massive, massive fields in that direction, but I hope you can pick up that hawk right kind of above that tree there. But he's pretty vocal. Probably, I don't see any crows pestering him or not, but I love that. That's my favorite bird of all. I just love hawks. I just something about them. You know, the predatory nature and the beauty of them and the strength of them. And I was driving a truck one time, 10-ton truck. It was like a 15-speed split shift, triple screw they call it. And the reason, you'll see the reason why I'm telling you that. So I'm driving down the road with a heavy load on, and I notice a hawk on the side of the road. So I stop the truck and I get out, and the thing didn't fly away, and it's just sitting there looking up at me. So then I kind of realized it probably got hit by a car or something. It just sat there. So I scrounged up a box somewhere. I don't know where I got the box, but I grabbed the hawk from his feet, his legs, not his talons, but his legs. It was a hot day too. I didn't have a shirt on, and I get in the truck. So here I am holding a hawk upside down. I think he kind of realized that I wasn't there to hurt him. I was there to help him. And I'm shifting this 15-speed triple screw, a hawk in one hand, staring with my knee, and thinking what I'm going to do with this hawk. So I pull into the police station, a local police station with it, and I goes, I got this hurt hawk. What should I do? So they all just backed off. They all like kind of ran, you know, like, what? Get that thing out of here, you know. It was pretty funny. So I goes, but it's hurt. I want to like help it somehow. He goes, well, here. And they grabbed my box out of the truck and we stuffed it in the box. So there's a place locally around here. It's called Trailside Museum, and they have ornithologists there. And I brought it to them. And they said, it's very kind of you. You took the time to do that. I had the box with me all the rest of the day at work, and I kind of got attached to it. And then, so they said, its wing got hurt. I guess it got hit by a car. And they have displays there of wildlife, like the massive, massive grounds that they have. And they put the hawk in one of those displays, and it stayed there for about 3 or 4 months. And then generally when they heal, they let them go. So, but anyway, that's the story of a hawk. And I'll never forget that. And that's one of the reasons why I love them, because I got to see them up close. Really up close, like in your face, and he wasn't aggressive at all. He was hurt, and he kind of knew. And but they're beautiful birds, man. They're just absolutely fierce looking, and they're just a spectacular bird. So I just always loved them, and that's the hawk story. And but driving a triple screw with a hawk in one hand, and I actually finished my day of work too. I didn't let my boss know either. Oh look. Old man's beard. I don't want to fall. It's pretty slippery. But look, see that? Old man's beard. Kind of cool, that moss stuff. And, but, whoops. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. It's kind of unfrozen mud and it's kind of slippery. Anyway, I'll quit rambling. Let's get some. I don't know. This might be an eagle. This might be a freaking eagle right here. Look at this. Geez, I hope he comes in closer. Yeah, come on, keep coming. Wow. Now there's another hawk in this direction sounding off. That's amazing. This is all these raptors in this one area. There must be food. I could swear he had a white tail. And I'm hesitant to say it, but that might be a bald eagle. Come on, come closer, please. Like an ID. He's hunting. I wish I had zoom so you could see this better. I know this camera kind of sucks for that. It doesn't have zoom, but you know, you kind of went behind the tree line. That was very interesting. That was a full-on eagle, I'm pretty sure. That was an eagle. Well, kind of a one fry short of a Happy Meal idea, but I'll try it. A little crazy, but I got an 1.5 inch floating wrap, and the only reason why I'm putting this on is see if I can get a reactionary strike. I mean, this water's just barely unfrozen, so the water temp's pretty cold, meaning they're dormant. So, but I just have a gut feeling. Just try this, and I have super confidence in this lure. But let's see what happens. Little fish on. Oh, he's stuck on it. Spook everyone else, but the fish is not in the money. Good job. Little crappie. Turn it on. See them fronts, them fronts, they work. Little guy. You could eat him, but they get way bigger than this. There we go. These are starting to turn iron. Don't work. Look at this thing. At least I can go clamming. No, this is freshwater. That's a freshwater mussel. A pretty little shell. Kind of neat. And that's taking into consideration that sometimes some of the sunfish and all that will be feeding on those. Pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to try bushwhacking and going over and probably on that point over there. I know I can get over there, do a little bushwhack and see what happens. Alright, that was an extremely difficult bushwhack. I had to come off that ridge down through this brush, but I'm rewarded with this. And this is where all those geese I was telling you I was hearing. Oh, giant rafts of geese over there right near that canoe. And on this side, that's where all the ducks are and geese. Boy, what a great little honey hole. And this is, you can't see it from the point I was at is over on the other side of this ridge. This is a cove I've never explored. It looks pretty warm. Let's see what I can do here. I flipped back to the bobber and the worm just to as an exploratory. This looks a lot warmer in here. I hope I can have some good luck here. Strategy. Let's see what happens now. And these geese, that's skim ice. They're on the ice. That's not open water. And now I'm almost certain that was an eagle, because those eagles feed on those geese. I've seen it with my own eyes. An eagle mantling over a dead geese, and he was just having a great time. So absolutely, all that squawking I heard earlier, that's 2 and 2. That eagle was hunting these geese, and I bet you they all, when there's that many, they gang up on them. I don't know how much that'll help, but that's pretty much how they run. But give this nice quiet little cove a try. They're talking back, right? Right. So I'm watching these geese here. It's pretty funny. That ice is extremely thin. It's skim ice, and they're walking, and they fall through. Like, what do they care? They float like a cork anyway, but they're expecting to walk and they keep falling through and then they start squawking about it. It's pretty funny. Like, don't you get it yet? It's bizarre. I guess they'd rather sit. It's a strategy too for survival, basically. If they're in an isolated area and other creatures can't approach them without danger, then that's what that ice is. You know, they got their guards up and everything, but that's that's pretty funny. They waddle along and then they just fall through. But I guess that's better than the alternative, to be in a confined area where there's no escape and a Yodi comes along and just snags them. So they're out in the open, they can see from a distance, and walking, I guess, is better than swimming. It's more maneuverable, I guess. I don't know. It's just interesting as heck. See, I told you I'm the badass. He jumps up. They're pushing that one on the far left away, basically. And they start squawking. I hope you can see that. So they're walking and then they just fall through. It's weird. So they're walking along. See, now he just fell through. And then you just crawl back up and just kind of roll on through. That's pretty comical. They don't think nothing of it. Then they shake off, you know. I wish this had zoom. That is so funny. Walking, and you can hear the ice cracking. It must be so thin over there. Yeah, they just turned. It's pretty funny. Goose Comics. And this is the river that feeds Firefly Hole. Gorgeous, gorgeous river. This is the Taunton River. This probably has thousands, not thousands, 100 species of fish. And this is for anadromous fish too. I believe this is connected to the ocean from down in Fall River way. But very cool. The current's going this way. I'll get on the other side of the street and give you a gander at that side. But little feeder streams and creeks coming in, and wonderful fishing area. But this is what feeds Firefly Hole. And this is the downstream side. You can see it's pretty powerful and big, but it is spring. The current's going to be fast, but very cool. And bobbers up in that tree. People have been fishing in there, but this has got everything in here that Massachusetts offers for the most part. And this feeds Firefly Hole. Just gorgeous. Looks like a wonderful river to take a canoe trip down, doesn't it? Look at how it's wide. I mean, that's got to be, this pool here, it's got to be 50, 60 yards wide. Look at that. And it just stays wide all the way down there. Very cool. Beautiful. And just watching this stuff is so entertaining. I mean, it's just let nature entertain you. I mean, it's great. Wonderful to get out here. And this is, I'm going to have to Google map this place better, because this area that I'm in, I had no idea you could access it. And to be honest with you, I don't even know where I am on this pond in relation to where I was. I know how to get out, but I'm going to have to Google map it. It's always fun to explore, and this is what you get. You get just discoveries, and it's just really fun. Wonderful, wonderful trip. Well, I hope you enjoyed my adventure this week, and thank you so much for coming with me. And I had a lot of fun as usual. Just joking around, it lifts your spirit. You get your spirit back, you really do. You got to get out here, guys. So, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. And a lot of fun. Don't forget, say your prayers.